Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jet sweep to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Another throw for Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll run forward with Pollard. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 2, Powell, and he will find his man Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, Howell to throw. Touchdown! Zach Davidson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0.
Commanders 14, Cowboys 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott off play action. That'll be complete to Sermon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
third and 11.
We're going to 54 right. We're going to 54 right. Hey, kill.
Prescott being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Buying time to his left, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Got his target, Samuel. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Gibson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd down and goal. Powell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0.
Commanders 21, Cowboys nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Prescott now. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. All right, Charles, you know, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Well, the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. On first down, Howell steps away to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here we go, 47. we're going to 54 right. 26.
First down, Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Kill. 47. Here we go, 46.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott under pressure, and they got to him again. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Here we go on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go.
Now throwing on 1st down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10, Howell. He's got Gibson on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now again here to Pollard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. First down, and it's Pollard again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Kill. Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54.
Prescott to throw on fourth. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Pollard. 64 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
That's good.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Kill. 46.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Fourth down, Prescott dancing to his left. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Really nice job there, showing the mobility, getting outside and creating something. I mean, that's good on any down. When you're going for it on 4th, that's a big play.
And it wasn't designed at all. Not a designed play for him to bootleg out or get outside the pocket. That's just feeling pressure, knowing where to exit. And as you mentioned, finding the first down on a 4th down play.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
That's the gain of 3.
On the counter, Elliott. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Run. Here we go, 46. Here we go, go to 54, line in. Here we go to 54, line in.
Throwing, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. There he goes right side. He's at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Zach Davidson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Slide for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Commanders 45, Cowboys 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
A loss of 9 on the ground brings up 3rd down.
Third and long for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back now in Arlington. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Run for Pollard. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
47.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin. 33 yards. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard, and he can muster only a couple here to the 24. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield,
and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 37. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back at their own 17.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Prescott from the gun. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Now Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Little bootleg here. Howell being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That's to his running back, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Kill! 47!
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Powell throwing on third down here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And